EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This is Jakeem Grant. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Play action. It's Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ernest Jones charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Cooper Kupp deep for L.A. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action. Stafford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47.
I I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It'll be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff, Henderson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And again, knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out.
Yeah, that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Stafford. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 1st down, it's Henderson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Back to throw. Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. Complete. Jefferson to target. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gay's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. The return man is Graham. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
On play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Stafford on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To the air again, Stafford. He completes it to Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this one out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
From the 36, Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Akeem Hicks, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Henderson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Again, it's Henderson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Henderson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Bryson Hopkins taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Here comes Grant on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. Gets past one man. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Fields gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Again, it's Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He'll buy some time right. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Fields. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught outright by Graham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run. This is Cohen. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They're going to try and run, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Stafford now to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Stafford able to shake him off. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, That's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now it's Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
To try again after the sack. Fields, throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right on the 43. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're
handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's the Browns kicker, Chase McLaughlin, set to go, and we are underway now from Cleveland. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Fields. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
58 for Mike.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. first down, a run with Cohen. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get on the first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 79 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play fake, now Fields to throw.
And it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Seven, our score after 1. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Mayfield off the play fake. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Hey, you got 3 down. Check number 6, check number 6.
Mayfield with it once more. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Hunt is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go. It's Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st down, it's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Play fake. Mayfield.
And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Mayfield now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
To throw is Fields.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. He can't hang.
A give to Cohen. He heads right, finding room to the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now it's Fields. That is caught by Cohen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they are going for it. Fields. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a toss to the left with Cohn. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. From the gun, here's Fields. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, 56 yards. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. And that was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Play action. It's Fields. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On play action, Fields.
Rolling to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
And that's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
On the give, this is Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st and 10, Newton eluding the pressure right.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's get that swagger, y'all. Let's get that swagger.
Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 77 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Check, 47.
On 1st down, it's Cohen, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's it. Go. Hey, check Mike, 6.
Now Newton on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Check 3, check 20.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That will allow for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Again, Newton. Flushed out right. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Newton forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is gonna be intercepted.